You got broom, Travis?
Is that a little more than wanted to give him there, Keith?
Yeah, could have been a little easier.
Travis?
Yes, sir.
Does today make you want to drop to 135 pounds and ride a pro stock bike?
No, sir. I'm good just like I am.
Brayden, tell me about it. What do you want to say about this experience?
Pretty fun.
Yeah?
It's a different riding style compared to the Pro Mod. I was a little worried about with the Pro Mod. We shift a lot earlier to 1-2, and I had a problem. When I throw the clutch, I was just early on it because I'm so used to it just rattling through the gears. And toward the end of the day, we got better. They were really happy with my riding. The motorcycle was performing well. And coming here, I had never threw a clutch lever.
Right.
I'd never done that. And
right.
I was stressing about the burnout because I thought I was going to stall it.
Right.
But after I got through the burnout and I got up there and got lined up, I felt confident. I knew Tim and them put a good motorcycle under me, Keith and Chris Parker and everybody. And, it was just, like I've said before, a dream come true weekend. I never really expected to do something like this because we don't have the funding. If it wasn't because of Chase and Tim, we called that NHRA about this, and like I said, if it wasn't for Chase, I wouldn't be here. He realized that he thought I had potential in this class. Just take it step by step. Hopefully, find some marketing partners and. May try and make a run at it next year. We'll find out. But it's been a good one so far, and I look forward to seeing where it goes.
Describe that first throw of the clutch and how it felt different for you compared to leaving off a buddy.
It wasn't bad. Kind of when you're up there, it just comes natural to you. You don't think about it, you just do it. And when I left and I got tucked down, it kind of bugged me a little bit just because I was trying to get my hand back on the grip just right. And then when I got back from the first pass, I knew, okay, this is what I need to do different. And I done that and it did nothing but improve from there. So I really feel like I come a long way in 4 passes. I really think we could be a threat when we come out. But it was God's timing. We'll see how it goes, and I'm looking forward to it.
So you've thrown the clutch, you're going down the track. Pro Mods bikes are what you're used to riding. They kind of have to be manhandled. You kind of have to make the bike do what you want it to do. This polar opposite. How instinctually did you adjust so quickly to just being invisible to the motorcycle?
Really all I done is, I listened to Chase and Chris and everybody, and from the Pro Mod, it's like, I don't know what it's like to ride a bull. I ain't never done it, but you have to wrestle them. They don't move easy at all. They're long, got a wide tire on them, and then you're spraying a lot of nitrous. So, but with these, with them short, a lot of the main thing you need to do is just barely move, and it'll come to you, because if I rode it like a Pro Mod, it would have ended up pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, just being soft and smooth with it is the main thing. That's about it.
Cool. Anything else?
I thank Chase, Tim, the whole Ward team, Keith, Chris Parker, my mom and dad for bringing me up here and believing in me to do this, and paying for it, of course, because I don't have the money to.
Right.
But yeah, it's just, and I couldn't do it without the good Lord above. He's the reason we're all here and what we do. So Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's been a good weekend.
Cool. Congratulations, and I look forward to seeing you out here someday.
Thank you.
And you all were doing this a couple years ago. How did it remind you of that?
It did. There were a lot of weird, like deja vu moments. You know, like I made that first run on the bike just to kind of shake it down and make sure everything was okay for Brayden. And coming back and looking at the run, like seeing how low the shift points were and everything like that, it was like, yeah, it definitely a few deja vu moments at the same place and everything. So it was cool.
Does it remind you of how far you've come since that day?
Definitely. You know, like it kind of makes you think about your whole journey in a way, like from here to working for the team and then going to Vegas and finishing up my license and, you know, all the preseason testing before my first year. And yeah, it definitely makes you think about kind of where it all started. And, you know, it's funny, like I had the thought today, like I'm on year 3 of at least being around the NHRA and with this team and everything. And it doesn't feel like, it feels like time's really flown by. So it's cool. It's a really cool feeling.
Your thoughts on Brayden's day? How did it look to you?
And Brayden's awesome. Like from his very first run, looked comfortable and came back and immediately was talking about how it ran and what he felt and things like that. And it was really impressive, honestly. His lights were good and shift points were good. Everything, like he really made the first run on his pro stock bike look like he had been doing it for a while. So I was super impressed by him. He did an amazing job. Yeah, to click off a 698 at 160 or whatever, I mean, he's definitely got what it takes. So I'm super happy for him, and great family, great person Brayden is, and yeah, I'm super happy to see those first couple runs.
So 30 miles an hour off the pace, but a 698. What do you think that might have been had he ridden it on out?
I don't know. It's always hard to tell. You know, there are runs, you know, I've had to click off, and the ET's not far off, but the mile an hour is a ways. So, you know, looking at some of the others, it's like it probably would have been a 680 something, a higher 680, I think, or low 690. But it's tough. Like mile an hour is not always a great judge of ET loss. So, but yeah, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that if Brayden wanted to, and we wanted to give him a full tilt like what my bike was in, he would have gone a low 680 on a day like today. So that's awfully impressive.
Cool. I'll see you next week in Norwalk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tim Colungian.
Hey.
We were just talking to Chase about how this reminded him of a few years ago when he did the same thing. Did you have flashback to those days, or?
Yeah, I feel like we've really got a couple guys here that came in really knowing their way around.
Yeah.
You know, a drag bike, and Chase did exceptionally well. Brayden did exceptionally well. So it's been a fun day.
Yeah.
It's been a fun day.
Yeah. Did you expect it to go as smoothly as it did, or do you think there'd be some challenges, given that he's a pro mod rider?
Yeah, I really didn't have any expectations.
Yeah.
Just kind of. It's just one of those things where you just kind of see where things end up. I think there's always something to learn here, and Brayden's riding a different motorcycle that revs a lot higher, and it's a lot smaller tire, and they accelerate differently. You know, there's always something to learn.
Anything you could learn out of a day like today, or?
I learned a lot about Brayden.
Yeah?
Yeah, I learned how to help him, and
yeah.
So this motorcycle for today was just set up to do some licensing runs. So,
Yep.
We look at gear ratio and the engine tune-up and things like that. Just make it something where he can, let go of the clutch and smoothly go down the racetrack. Let him see the shift light and push a button. I think when you're riding the Pro Mod bikes, they're shifting, at under 12,000, and these are on race day. These are revving, over 13,500. So, the sound, the vibration, a lot of differences there. And so, when you're on the motorcycle, you're overloaded with a lot of input, vibration, sound, and sensory. So it's just different.
Any idea when we can expect to see Brayden at a national event?
I don't know. I mean, this is like it's my intention to, create a pathway for people like Brayden that are interested in pro stock motorcycle drag racing and interested in motorcycle racing. Create an opportunity for them and ride the motorcycle, and we'll just start there. And then, he's got one more test session, and I think with that he'll earn his license. And then, we'll work on people that are interested in him and funding his program, and then the next step would be, getting him engaged at a race.
So it will require him one more test session to get the license. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we probably knocked out everything but his full runs, like his quarter-mile runs.
Yeah.
And then once he gets those done and gets those signed off by 2 drivers and a track official, then he'll send that into NHRA, and then they'll issue a license.
Speaking of full quarter-mile runs, a 698 at 30 miles an hour off the pace, what do you think that would have equated to as a full quarter-mile run?
I don't know. Probably high 80 or low 90, something like that. Yeah. Conservatively a high 80. Yeah.
All right.
He shut it off pretty darn early.
Yeah.
I didn't really know how early he shut it off until I looked at the computer. I was like, oh, he really shut it off pretty early.
What are we gonna see? I hear we might see Jerry out here.
Oh yeah.
When's that gonna happen?
I don't know. Probably if you ask him, hopefully sooner than later. It was our intention to kind of bring his bike out here and do some testing with it, and hopefully kind of get things set up and ready for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then that didn't pan out this weekend. But I'd like to get Chase to make a couple hits on it, and then, or Jerry meet us out here and make a few runs on it, kind of get some things sorted, and then meet us at an event.
That's
It'd be
good.
awesome.
Speaking of events, I'll see you at Norwalk.
Okay, see you in Norwalk, Tim.
Yeah.